and sing on all channels and get a strike on all, so I just risked it on this one. But I'm in that mood. I've woken up in a pretty good mood, actually. I mean, I was in pretty despondent mood yesterday. I was down a pub and I was feeling fucking lonely, and Jude was looking after me. Bless Jude. Jude's watching now. Mine's a Thatcher's. All right. I'm going to meet Jude down the local. They do a smashing roast dinner, right? Absolutely banging. So it's going to be a pint and a roast dinner because, unfortunately, daughter is working, so she won't be cooking. But yeah, I decided I'd have a sing and then I'll go out later on and just hang on. Rev did say he'd get another pint and comes back with 4 cans and cider. So I assumed you had 8 cans in the. There were 8 cans in there. You can't see it, the cupboard by the side, by the way. And I'd had 4 pints down the pub. So that's what it was. Anyway. And if you want to buy me a pint at any point, feel free, anybody, right? I will accept it, but I have got to go on the Get Sensible. But I dare say if you're going on holiday, you'll be getting fucking destroyed, won't you? Be honest.
No, actually, because I'm going on to my sister's for the 3 o'clock call from the government, see what happens. I've also got to pick up the adapter so I can actually plug my laptop in when I get over into Corfu. And have a quick bath because... Mr. Rice is playing up like fuck.
Mate, look at the state of that. It's like that all over me, right? You can't see it so much on there, but I'm literally all down my back and everything. It's just stress.
Yeah.
Same with you, isn't it? You're a lorry driver, so.
Well, I'm a tanker driver as well, so some of the shit that I've had to put up with this week, you would not believe.
Well, yeah, I would actually, because I'm a truck driver. And what it is like, excuse me, what we want you to do is the impossible. And if you complain about it, we'll come down and you look at the brakes because you're a slave, right? No.
Yeah.
Hello, Lost Souls. Just come back from Corfu, you fucker.
Well, I almost blew a tank up.
You blew a tank up?
Fertilizer. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go into detail? Because this is a story I want to hear.
Stuff people come talking to you and you miss a very little thing, but the very little thing is.
Is that where they blow the tanks out, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was pumping in and I hadn't opened the air valve. So
what did it do that?
Line, which is you've got like an air valve, so when you're pumping in, the air comes out.
Yeah. But you didn't do that, did you?
Hang on. Volume.
Oh, here we go. Dad's in. Alan's here. Shit, stand by your bed.
Hey up, Alan.
Thank you, Savage Worlds.
The air comes out. So I tried to clear my line from the product that I put into the tank, and it wouldn't clear for some reason. I couldn't get my head around why it wouldn't clear. So I depressurized it and took the line off. And then I looked down and saw that the air valve was closed. I pulled the air valve open and it blew off for about 5 minutes, like high pressure. And I'm like, oops. That's my bad.
Do you remember when somebody talked to you? I was new to the job. Somebody was talking to me and I pulled out and dropped the cunt on its knees.
Yeah.
Butterfingers.
The worst one is back in the day, the pins weren't always when you went on the fifth wheel.
Oh my god!
And it didn't always pick in, so you had to get out and smack the handle on the fifth wheel to make sure that it got across.
Do you remember the fucker that missed the pin with a fridge trailer?
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice cab you've got there. That's a beautiful dent in the back of it. Fucking hell! I tell you what, you know it's a shit firm when you see all of their motors have got bent fucking rear of the cab. You know every one of those wankers have missed the pin.
There's no space when you go on the fridge anyway. And I usually put the lines on first and then clip into it.
Have you ever had the brakes come on the trailer? You know when you go around a bend.
Yeah.
You know what that is, don't you?
These new trailers are a pain. Well, the whole new kit is a pain in the ass. I was in a Merc the other day.
Right. Well, I think we should explain to the people listening so we don't bore the tits off them. Right. Between the truck and the trailer, you've got 2 airlines, you've got 2 electrical leads, and you've got this other bigger lead with a bigger connection, and that's to do with your ABS, EBS, and fucking lots of other shit that gets on your tits. The idea being is these trucks are geared up that they work out that if you lean too much to one side and there's too much weight going over onto one side, it works out that you could be going to roll. So some cases it will reduce the power of the engine, and in certain cases it'll put the brakes on. Now, if you work for Tesco's Avonmouth and you come off from Wales and go under that bridge in a 8-meter single axle trailer, every time you go under there, it anchors up because it thinks it's going over. So, but yeah, it is interesting. Just thought I'd share that with the people who probably aren't interested at all.
The new Mercs are fitted with cruiser thing. Now that
Oh, is that the one where you can't fall asleep because it keeps waking you up because it tells you if you've gone one way or the other? Hey, right, what you want to drive? I tell you what, I got to tell them about this, mate. If you drive a DAF and you come out of Morrison's Bridgewater, you go under the second bridge, and if you've put a cruise control on and you haven't set the distance right, it picks up the bridge and it's the anchors for you. That's a wake up call at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, that does wake you up.
Yeah. A bit of windscreen that time of the day, just when you was fucking getting settled in.
Cruise controls on the Mercedes.
Yeah.
I was going up the M56, getting onto the M6, and it knew that there was a bend coming for some reason, and it started slowing right down. And then, like, I hit the gas.
Oh, predictive.
No, there's a bend coming. We might roll over.
Yes.
I'm
yes,
driving this bloody thing, not you.
Yeah, no, that bores you pissed, doesn't it? I mean, people go, oh, you'll be out of a job soon. They'll be able to drive themselves. They can't fucking do anything with them now. They're fucking shit.
Yeah.
They are gash. And all of this new technology is great because all you do is if you drive, the first noise you hear in a DAF when you get in is ding, ding, ding. That means the door's open. Then you turn the engine on, shut the door, and you drive off down the road and you get ding, ding. And it just sends all the alarms off. A Merc is not so bad. Scania, all right. I don't know about Volvos. I never had the luxury of driving one, but if, what's his name? Oh, fuck, he'll come to me in a second. He drives one because he's a luxury bastard. No, oh, God. Don't ask me brain to work. I fried it last night. He comes on my server. I call him Sergeant Bash. Oh, fucking hell. It'll come to me, mate. He's got a YouTube channel. That's the reason I wanted to say, because you could go and subscribe to him. It'll come to me in a minute.
That's no good for a wagon driver.
Big C rants. That's it. Sorry, Big C, mate. I was having a great moment. Anyway,
right, yeah.
And I was going to say, pure filth. If you're watching this, call in. I remember the very beginning of last night's stream, right? We had the filth ring in, she was lovely. She's the most eloquent lady going. I call her pure filth because she's far from it. She's a lovely woman. But she does ring in. She gave up her teaching job that was well paid because of principals, because she would not teach the shit they wanted to. Anyway, she found a job now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Bless her little heart.
And her voice is pure filth.
Oh.
I would have been the most attentive student she'd had.
Yeah, you'd be like this. Like just oh, lovely. Do you know, we had a teacher at school called Mrs. Slack. I want to pronounce that right.
Oh, dear.
Can you imagine?
What's her name, Alice?
I don't know what her fucking name was. She had huge tits, and I was always looking down the cleavage. Fuck the lesson. I was an absolute rude boy, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do when young at the time. I don't know what I want to do with them, but I want to be involved with those boobs. What something? I have no idea. Great. Something. Do you know what? I remember my first recollection of feeling something happening, you know, as the hormones start to cut in. I was watching Weird Science, right? And she comes through the door and she leans and she says, what would you little lunatics like to do first? At that point, there was something happened in my life that was positive, right? And I looked at her and I went, I want to lie on you. And I'm sure that when I lay on you, everything else will become evident. But that's it. So that was the first primal experience I had as a kid. I was like, you, and I wouldn't be in that fucking shower with my trainers and my shorts on. I can tell you that for a fucking nothing kid.
Hell no.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, she was the epitome of 80s.
Utter
gorgeous,
utter stunning beautifulness. Oh yeah. Oh, I just oh, my dead days.
I miss the frizzy perms. Well, what happened to the frizzy perms?
They went out of fashion. Yeah. I mean, other people. I mean, can you remember Selma Hayek in Dust Till Dawn? She's playing with that fucking snake and pouring alcohol down the leg. I looked at that as well. I went, my days. Unbelievable. Mind you, I had a thing for what's the name in Titanic? Not the boat, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her. And yeah. there were a few about at that time, but oh, hello. Somebody's messaging me. Is that stop? Just stop. Oh no, this is this is the fuck's that dating site? I've had somebody that showed me some interest. I was looking through there today at going, Nutter, Mad Eyes, more filters than Costa. And you just fuck off. And you go through and you start getting quite despondent again. But luckily the alcohol cut in from last night. Kate Winslet, well done, Rog. Thank you for that. Right. So basically back then, Terry Hatcher, Kate Winslet, and who was the one that was in Four Weddings and a Funeral? For some reason I liked her. Right. Only in that though.
Oh, Sigourney was in that, but I don't think you mean Sigourney.
No, it wasn't. No. But anyway, quite like that. No, I didn't like DiCaprio. Fucker. I tell you what.
Has he not been to a certain island?
What, DiCaprio? Yeah, he did go. That was a fucked up video, wasn't it? What was that about anyway in the end? Kristen Stewart, yeah, I quite liked her. And then when she was in The English Patient, she had a box out. I was like, yeah, fuck you. Anyway, this is going downhill. I need to stop this. This is smut. Anyway, yeah.
Talking about one of these.
So horny Weaver, Alan. Very wrong.
Yeah. What was oh shit? I think she's dead now. Sally
Field.
Sally out of Smoky and the Bandit.
Oh, mate, right? Because my two favorite films were Smokey and the Bandit and Convoy. That's why I'm a lorry driver. Yeah. And that bird in Convoy, she got on my tits, but she was quite fit, right? I can't remember what her name was, right? But Sally Field, when she bends over in that fucking Trans Am with that ass, oh, for fuck's sake. She's so sweet and innocent and so cute, but you would destroy it. As part of your duty as being a man, get on it. Don't get off it for 9 months.
She even looked quite tidy as Forrest's mum.
Yeah, she fucked like a bad one and that. Do you remember her? Your mother really wants you to get a good education. Yeah, I bet she fucking does. Yeah. Well, Will said he really fancied her as well. I think anybody with a fucking Daisy Duke. Oh God, you've done it now, haven't you? Daisy Duke.
Oh yeah.
That was unnecessary. Do you know when I saw her in those hot pants and she had to force to wear that because I watched the documentary about it. The people that actually cast her, she says, I am Andy McDowell. Well done. Right. She said, I am going to pick my own stuff because they wanted to dress her up in some fucking shit. And she knew she had a chassis. And by God, by fucking days, she had a chassis. And when I saw that out, even as a young lad, I couldn't work out why my dad was finding Dukes of Hazzard interesting. But at that point, he did. Yeah. Mind you, he also had a thing for her out of Blondie, which I didn't.
Never missed an episode.
No. No. But there's the other thing, Charlie's Angels. Which one of them did you fancy?
I don't know. I don't really.
Mine was the quite sweet and innocent one.
Little Blondie, I think.
Now, can you remember the Cannibal Run? Those girls driving the Lamborghini.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck me. and I like the dark-haired one. She looked a bit older, but I tell you what, when she got out and did that, I was like, really?
that cannonball run, that I would love to have a go at that.
I tell you what was really cool is before you started experimenting with, how should we call it, the left-handed experience, because, well, I call it the left-handed, I call them a left-handed website because your right hand's busy. But anyway, you get the idea. Before you started to sort that problem out, you used to watch all this stuff and then walk around for the rest of the day as horny as fuck and not know what that feeling was. You just went, oh, this is awkward. Being a young man was very difficult. I don't know what it was for girls. I mean, and this is...
We didn't have the internet, did we? I mean...
No, I tell you what, I had a fucking good imagination. Oh, yes.
Razzle.
Well, I didn't. Well, yeah, your brother with an older brother, you could find magazines, and you're like, "Oh, this is quite inspirational." But
I stumbled across one of my dad's. And went, oh, this is yeah. Ooh.
Do you know what? Actually, I did find a magazine in. I remember my parents were ripping up the carpet in our first house, and I'm fairly sure it wasn't the old man's magazine. It was just in the house, and I saw this thing, and they caught me looking at it. And Dad went, well, he seems healthy enough to me because I had a healthy interest in that.
Not going to be gay.
Yeah. How's it going, Pap? Did you want a link? Let me know. Fucking save me from myself. But yeah. Yeah, we could get a few of you on and I could just fuck off for a pint.
I'll fall asleep.
Look, love, it's been a long week. I don't know how much sleep I got last night, but I think I got up about 6:30.
I got on last night and you cut me straight off, you fucker.
I think I was having problems with myself.
You just went, I went, hey, it's not having it. You went, big no like that. Okay. I get the message. Right.
Were you drunk?
No.
Oh, well, I was.
Well, there's levels of drunk. I had a drink.
I see. I see. It's all starting to come out now, isn't it? Right. Okay. I'm going to put a link in the Discord for them that want to join. Yeah, I've copied that. Cheers.
Well, let me jump on the boat and I'll fire up a laptop and I'll come across.
Oh dear God, help us.
It's idyllic, you know, and my ducks are here as well.
All right, love. Fuck me. Too early for me. Don't be like that, Pap. You have to put a camera on. Oh, they're going to fucking change Discord again, haven't they? That's just great, isn't it? Right. Somebody wants to be my friends. Interesting. 1 second. Don't know who that is. I'm going to send you the link. No, I'm not in there. Fuck it. What we're doing. I'll put it in. Well, I'm going to put it in mods text so that Alan can dish it out to them that need it. There it is. And if Alan wants to come on, if there's no noise in the background, he might. Who knows? I was actually expecting to have done by now. And I was also expecting to be able to get a hair of the dog. But it would seem I fucked up. Rog, did you want to come on? Or are you still in a dressing gown? Most normal people would be at this time of day, I believe.
And Peachy come on in a dressing gown.
Oh, wouldn't that be polite? I tell you what, right? Peachy used to be, I think, a ballet dancer. And Peachy is in perfect condition. And she could still throw the leg right up there. And it was like, oh my God.
How do you know this?
Because she's done it. She just sat there in the chair and just went, what, like that? And the leg just went straight up. And I was like, fucking hell.
Damn.
Unbelievable. That's a woman that can wear, you know, the tight spandex and it be good.
Yeah.
Because some people wear it and you're like, is that a real good choice?
I've just been into a supermarket. Don't need to tell me. Whatever the
there are just some people that shouldn't. Oh, by the way, join us on Discord if you want. The link is in the chat because luckily Brody's on top and I'm not. Isn't that right, Bro? Yeah, I will come on if you can get a link to me. Okay. Fuck me, I've got mange. Rog, I will put the link in the general chat. Come over, you old slut. Somehow, I think I'm still drunk, which is nice. I've put a StreamYard link. Whether it's to my StreamYard, who knows? And it's not.
Jump on the boat and go on Discord. And,
most people jump off a boat, but you be original there, right, Shag? Simon, stop swearing. If you want a girlfriend, that's okay. If you know someone really well, but no spandex references. Toby, how do you feel about these cyclists, these male cyclists wearing spandex? Let's get to the bottom of that, shall we? Oh, God, no, it's not. Honestly, I just when I'm on my truck and I see a bloke in normal clothes on a bike, I think he's all right, fair one. When I see a spandex and a potty on its head, I'm like, twat. I might be wrong. On it. Are you on it, Alan? Like a car bonnet? Roger, check your Discord messages. Yes, Pap's on it.
In the supermarket, people walking around with nappies on the face still. It's like, oh, fuck, right. Oh, sorry.
I've come up with this problem. I'm thirsty now, and I can't get to the kettle because I'm on a live stream. I'm like this. Gobi Desert. This isn't happening. Oh, yeah, bastard. So, if you're going to have a pint today or a drink of sort of your personal selection that's alcoholic, put one in the comments. If you're not, you don't have to put anything in the comments, really. I understand if you're not. Some will do it at a choice, others can't. I'm doomed. I've just joined the disc. Oh, fuck that. Paris in the Philippines. Oh, my dear days. Hey up. Rog. Rog is here. Hello, Rog. How are you, love?
Hello, mate. Hang on, let me just mute the other stream.
Right, Simon, I'm going to jump off.
All right,
and
sweet.
I'll jump back on Discord.
All right, mate. I'll catch you shortly. All right.
See you later. Bye.
Oh, fuck me, Roger Mangin.
I'm having a nightmare with me tech as usual. Oh, I'm there. How are you doing, buddy?
Tech. Yeah, tech's a cunt. I'm somewhat damaged in the fire. Yeah, that was an expression we used to use. And we've got a call in. Hang on a second.
Oh, well.
Home for the ruptured and disabled?
Yeah. Yes, hi. I'm trying to speak to
You are indeed through. How are you?
Oh.
I'd say what, you've got a good system there, mate. You're very loud, which I've turned you down. You're fine. You're good. You're all right. Anyway, how's it going?
Yes, fine. Well, it's my birthday today.
Happy birthday! How should I ask how old?
No. Oh well, I'm probably a few years on you, but I'm 54 today.
Happy 54th.
Where the hell those years gone by?
Like,
I do not know, but
like that in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
54. Wait till you get to 62, mate.
Oh, thank you.
I won't say my mother died at 62, Rog, just saying. But go on.
With the government now pushing for people to retire at 70 years old, it's like I do feel for the Generation X or Gen Z. They'll probably be dead before they get their pension. But such is life. But yeah, it just.
I don't think that people like me will ever get to a retirement stage. They'll just work us into the ground. What about you?
I know. I think that's what happened. I mean, it really is a lot of people, and again, I think it's. Are you in your 40s? Is that right? Your 40s?
I've got much left. I'm 48 last week.
Oh, right, there you go.
Could I just say, to those that are sending me messages on the other Discord, I can't see them because you know what I'm like with tech. I've got 2 streams open and I'm done.
Yeah. Yes.
So, are you ready for your alert today, caller?
Say again, sorry?
Are you ready for your alert today? That national load of rubbish.
Oh God, no! I'm going to switch it off. But I'm going to go for a walk and I go to the gym. But no, I do listen to GB News and yeah. I mean, that's just it's shocking, really. Just how.
I'm going to do a social experiment. This one's turned, all the things are turned off on this one. The one you're calling in on is all still switched on. So we're going to see what happens, how it works.
Right.
Well, I'm actually going to film mine because I've got 2 phones that are both on 2 and 3G. And what I'm going to do is film them at 3 o'clock because I don't think the messages are going to come through mine.
I won't be seeing it at 3 o'clock.
You're probably, in a way, if you've got an old mobile, that's probably a blessing in disguise. But it just seems like with the government that it's almost like a sort of like track and trace. And I did that. I went all by the book. I know you probably didn't, but and a friend of mine, I just saw a mate of mine last night. He's Polish, from Krakow, and a lot of the Polish people, I don't know if you knew about this, but a lot of people had Pfizer, and apparently a lot of people are suing Pfizer because they basically admitted that it was actually shit, and a lot of people in Poland are actually suffering. Some woman apparently couldn't have babies from the Pfizer injection.
Well, look what he did when he went into Africa and India. What he did to some of the places over there. He's banned from certain parts of that continent.
Well, caller, you can actually do that here as well under the Damages by Vaccine Act 1976 after the swine flu outbreak. But the government changed the rules on it and have set a cap on how much you can claim.
Yeah, really. I think they knew. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think. I mean, obviously, we all had our, BCG jabs, as you probably remember, when we were very young. But this COVID jab, I think it was all about money. And the COVID was actually. I mean, I actually worked with the.
Do you mind if I just leave Roger in charge for a second? I'm going to go to the drinks cabinet and see if there's anything there.
Well, there you go.
2 seconds. I'll be straight back. I'm just dying here, right?
You're getting your priorities right. I can assure you. I'm actually having a cup of coffee trying to wake up the brain cells, or what brain cells are left anyway. But I actually worked with the Southwest paramedics during the first wave in the COVID. Back in, what's that? I didn't hear that.
He's got
What did
got a
Simon?
pack of cider by the looks of it.
Oh right, okay, there you go. Well, there you go. He's got his hair the dog.
Well, I got the appropriate
but,
one for today.
Have you? What have you got? What have you got?
Lucas Aid Alert.
Oh, right.
You see that?
There is a God.
Whether yes, yes, there is a God. I do speak to him sometimes, but I don't think I think hopefully he does listen. But
If your guardian angel had an expression, what do you reckon it'd be? Mine's like this. That's how my guardian angel looks.
I got too many voices in my head to hear anybody else.
You never get bored.
Yeah, so it's a good job.
I always win an argument.
Say again, caller. What was that?
It's William. That's William. William's my first name.
Oh.
Your mate. It's a good job he doesn't go to a shrink, but she'll probably take him.
Well, if you charge him by the voice, he'd have to pay 17 times. Do you know what? I'd say, yeah. What do they call that? Schizophrenia, isn't it, when you got different voices in your head? But do you have a voice, a head voice? Does anybody know what I mean? I have a voice in my head that runs through the conversation, that talk through stuff, and if I read, I hear that voice reading it out. All right. Some people don't get this, by the way. I also will go through subjects, topics, and whatever, and it's almost like a debate with the voice, right? Now there are many people that have this, but I think it's about 30%, isn't it?
No, I totally get what you said. I mean, in a way, that little voice also is a quiet voice. Sometimes will, say to you.
It's the one that does that, isn't it?
Simon, what's the voice in your head job? Hello?
No, he's just doing this is the voice in your head calling. Hang on a second.
Oh,
is it really? Because if we're going to go down that road, Sweet Pea, right?
Sorry,
that's not a problem.
This is going downhill badly, but I like this. But no, seriously, the voice in your head is the one that's connected to, your gut instinct. Your gut instinct is relayed through that voice in your head.
Yes, yeah. And sometimes you got to kind of try to listen to your little voice. Sometimes say, Simon, what the fuck am I doing this job for? Or
ignore it at your peril.
Why am I sort of sat here against this woman who is absolute ugly as dropped out all the poster?
It's your voice in your head that goes no. Yeah.
I'll tell you a story.
Go on.
When the dating thing sort of started, and if you can laugh at my expense, and so anyway, it's almost like one of the Thomas Hardy books stories. Anyway, I'll go with this. So basically, I've been.
Oh,
hello. I think I've just lost him. Hang on, caller. You still there? Bear with. I've done something technical. Just bear with a second. I'm a fucking idiot, Right, let's try this. 2 seconds.
I've just had a message from the voice in my head. Yeah, I get similar, Pat. You're muted, Rev. Can't hear you, mate.
Wait a minute. I'm doing really badly here. What I tried to do, right, is connect the other fucking live thing up, right? Did it work? Did it fuck? Right, let's try again. Nope. I can hear you, but unfortunately, we're not doing very well here. So just let me come out of that, and let me go back into that, and let's see if that works.
I can hear you.
There you go. We're back. Right. What I tried to do, right, don't do this, is I tried to connect that roadcaster up while we were live. And what it did is it threw everything out and went, no. So that was that. So it booted you out of, you're still on the call, obviously, we can all now hear you.
Yeah,
But it booted you out, it booted me off, and it just was a twat. Never mind.
Right.
So the story.
Okay, right. I'll carry on the story.
Go.
Okay.
Start from the beginning because we didn't get it.
So basically, so I was going to meet her. This young lady who was probably 3 or 4 years younger than me. I was 31, 32, and she was 27, 28.
What does she look like?
Anyway, very pretty. She was. I'm always a brunette. I love brunettes.
You like brunettes, not as in you are a brunette. Well, you might be a brunette. I don't know.
No, I'm blonde. I'm a blonde guy.
Are you?
So, yes.
I need some German marching music. If you got blue eyes,
Well, at least he hasn't got a purple-haired herbivore.
I actually doubled for Dennis Quaid because I'm a spitting image of him.
Dennis Quaid, I'm trying to
The
remember.
Hollywood actor.
Yeah, he was quite busy in the 90s, wasn't he?
In his space, yeah. Was married to Meg Ryan.
No, the one. Yep.
Yes, yeah. So I doubled for him. I lived in Los Angeles back in the late 90s. Anyway.
Nice for some.
So basically, yes, I was looking forward to seeing this girl, and I'm a tits man. I do love tits,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right? No, I actually do love them.
Well, I don't understand people say, "Oh, tits aren't important." What is wrong with you? Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Anyway,
they're just something to look at and play with while you're at it, and
So I went into the bar, this bar in Bath that I was going to meet her, and I was sort of looking around, and I was thinking, well, okay, I can't find her, can't find her anywhere. So I was looking around, and I think, oh, she's bloody stood me up, fucking bitch. And so I then walk outside, and I think really quite sort of disconsolate, and then some people street people coming in, and this woman sort of, William, I said.
How did you know?
I looked over, I saw this woman who looked probably like a friend of my mother's, and I didn't pay much attention to it. And I carried looking, and I think, well, I'll just hang for another couple more minutes just in case she got held up in traffic or whatever, as you do. And with Bath, as you know, is always. Well,
you were in Bath.
Bath, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Or Bath, whichever.
No, it's Bath. Even though it's
Bath, yes.
It's Bath. It's Bath.
Parking and driving, as you know, I don't know if you're probably driving.
I don't really want to talk about it. To be fair, I was in there last week with a truck. It isn't good. No.
It's a fucking nightmare.
Well, it's not in a fucking in a tipper truck. You just do what you like. Drive over shit, people, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway. So I sort of clocked this old woman who, again, looked sort of similar to my mother, sort of kind of friends. Were my mother's sort of kind of friends, and I thought, I sort of like she said, William, is that you? I'm thinking, what the fuck is this?
We're going to get to the point, but basically, she wasn't what you expected, was she?
She basically used a picture of her daughter.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That is what do they call that thing where the fish holds the bit out?
It's almost like a Tom Hardy book, sort of. I think when the someone tried to
catfish. That's it. That's catfishing.
Noodling.
Yeah.
Put your hands in the hole and grab them, and when they try to bite you.
And I thought, sorry.
We're on a different subject there, aren't we?
I said, it's me. I said, sorry.
Snitching.
For a few moments, I was literally someone who's quite sort of. I could talk, very, very easy. I was like struggling to talk, all this sort of time.
Are you suggesting that this person didn't meet with your standards and you weren't so turned on by it?
Let's wait, Simon. We're communicating for about 3 or 4 weeks, so there's not like a sort of week or we spoke on the phone.
Can I be crude? If it was a bird, if you were a bird, would you be dry?
No, I don't want to go down that.
What I'm suggesting here is she didn't melt your noodle.
No. Well, I mean, she was 5, so I was 32, so she was 60, 62, so she's about 30.
Many a good tune played on an old fiddle, I might add, by the way. I banged some older women, and they were some of the best fun times. You thought I was going somewhere else there. Some of the most fun I have ever had. When the legs and arms aren't falling off, it's great fun. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's even better when they got an artificial lip and they can swivel their legs, I'll tell you.
I
Oh, God, this is not Sunday material. I can fucking say that. Whatever.
I could see the daughter, like mother-in-law daughter. You could see the
But it just wasn't going to work, was it? You weren't going to be able to squint at it. And
the thing was though that I actually thought, this could be, the girlfriend, for me, and her daughter was actually very pretty.
Right. Let's get to the point. Did you fuck it or not?
No.
Oh.
No, I said no, thank you, no, thank you.
You'd gone to all that effort. You might as well.
No,
I'm not like that these days, but the old days I'd have thought, well, we're fucking here now. You know what I mean?
If you saw some of my girlfriends that I've been with, and I remember I worked on cruise ships all over the world, so I've had.
But there is a saying though: better a third class fuck than a first class wank.
Say good morning.
I've lived some sort of life, by the way, people.
I've never tried.
Hello, wife. Shit.
It's her birthday today as well.
Happy birthday, wife. How are we?
We're good, thank you, Simon. How are you?
Excellent.
Apart from your hangover, how are you?
Oh, fucking rotten love. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there's no wrong with being 62.
I've never tried it.
No. I mean, I think, to be quite frank, 62. If you're still in fine fettle and mischievous, fucking ideal. That was put well. Come on, I didn't dig a fucking hole there. You were expecting me to. Weren't you? Yes. More alcohol quickly. But that could have been a hole I would have dug, and I don't really actually want to go down that road because that's also not a Sunday chat, is it? So, moving on. No. Happy birthday.
Moving on.
Morning, everybody. I'm going to get myself a cup of coffee because he's not looking after me because he's on here.
Unfucking believable, woman. Don't put up with it, hey? You're worth more than that. Put your foot down with a firm hand.
She's already had a cake and coffee in bed, so.
Has she?
Yeah.
Fucking luxury. What did I have in bed? Well, anyway. So, yeah.
Well,
cheers.
A blow of gold, probably.
Well, when you're on your own, it doesn't matter who comes first, does it? Moving on.
I tell you what, sorry, this is actually quite scary. Is that they're now, I've seen on the internet, they're now talking about AI. You can actually hire sort of AI prostitutes.
Hang on. Before we go any further, I'm not ready for this.
I know it's a bit scary, but that's they're talking about sort of like prostitutes and wives in AI.
Yeah, but
let's try again.
You're halfway through and your Wi-Fi goes down.
What? And it gets stuck like that. Stop! I'm burning.
Not like the picture freezes.
Can catch fire, you stupid bitch. That's no longer sex. I've been beaten up. Get off.
Quick, somebody run out and put another quid in.
You know your shit when a computer says I've had better. Fuck.
Anyway. What they say is of a slave in the kitchen and a whore in the bedroom, or something like that. But
unless you're Joseph Fritzl and it's slave in the cellar. But anyway, I really should stop drinking already.
If you had a small budget in the money,
I wonder where you were going with that.
What's that?
Well, you went. If you had a small button, I'm like, here we go. We could be going down a bad road here.
Money. Who would you model your AI?
Right. Toby says I'm never going to get a girlfriend swearing. For fuck's sake. Can you not see the irony in what you said there, Toby? Just saying.
Yeah.
Stop bastard swearing, you cunt. You're never going to get anywhere. All right, I will.
I imagine your tip jar in your kitchen, it must be very full. The swear tip jar.
No, I'm in debt. But
that's how he makes his money. He takes them out the jar every time he swears.
Sorry, say again there, bud.
Who would you model your if you did want to have a artificial intelligence woman to be your it's a wacky thing in a way, but just run.
Are we talking about the physical, not the sort of the aspirational, the mental?
No, I'm talking. I don't mean like a Alexa. I mean actual physical AI, physical being. Yeah, I mean I'm not, and I'm seriously. I haven't had any cocaine or drugs or helium or whatever. And this is actually legit.
By the way, we don't endorse alcohol or cocaine on this stream, just so you know that.
Fine. Okay. Fairly understood.
It says him lighting up a fag and me having a beer. Look, honestly, do as I say, not as I do, as Hitler said.
Well, I'll give you a lead. I'll tell you who the woman I would bet if I had the money would be Linda Carter, the Wonder Woman.
Oh, we missed that one out earlier on, didn't we? Sue, sir. Oh.
She is a natural.
Her eyes are beautiful. They're stunning. You can just literally swim in them. Do you know there are some women I look at lustfully, like, and go, and start running the legs. Right?
No tattoos, no earrings,
no natural beauty. But there's women like that I look at and I go, I'd fall in love and respect you.
And all the curves are all natural.
Yes.
No silicone.
And there's that gap at the top of the legs that not many people have. You know what I'm talking about here, don't you, lads? Right?
Yeah.
Fuck me up and down. Honestly.
If you want to see a natural, beautiful woman, go back to the 50s and 60s.
You're married to it, mate, remember?
And have a look at Anne Margaret.
Anne Margaret.
I couldn't look at Anne Frank. She was hidden, mate. There's no pictures. Anne Margaret. I gotta have a look at this now. Excuse me a second.
Sorry, Valerie Leon. And she played with Christopher Lee in the Hammer movies. She also she was a tall brunette one with a big pair of
eyes.
Caroline Munro.
And Margaret.
She was yes, Caroline Munro and Valerie Leon were in the I Love Me. Caroline Munro, as your other colleague was said, she was a baddie girl with the helicopter. Valerie Leon was the one who brought the. She had a big pair of doodads. She was a reception girl.
Who's the bird that died in the car crash? She went underneath the back of a truck. American woman, huge tracts of land. She was cute. She'd have 4 kids at that point. She was better than Marilyn Monroe. Everybody raved on about Marilyn Monroe, but at the time I thought this woman was better. We'll get in the comments because there's enough people here that aren't completely fucking sterilized in the head like I am.
Valerie Leon was the one that very
not Grace Kelly.
And she brought the message to Roger Moore. And I think he can even a comment. I think you already.
Do you remember the helicopter pilot in is it Moonraker? Right, she was Jane Mansfield.
Wasn't that Maud Adams? Maud Adams.
Well, I don't know. Let's have a quick look. Oh, please don't tell me it's a trans woman that I fancied. That'd be bad. Maud Adams. Oh, this is going to go bad.
No, that was Chalusa or something like that.
No, but she'd have it. Maud Adams would have it, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Helicopter pilot in James Bond Moonraker. That's how dense I am. Let's try an image. Oh, yeah, she was cute.
What's her name?
Oh, fuck. Hang on a minute. Corinne Defoe?
No, that doesn't sound like right.
She is attractive. And now she's probably best part about 75.
Lewis Childs. She was the undercover CIA agent, Dr. Holly Goodhead. Someone in the.
I remember Goodhead. Oh God. She was great.
She was. I think she's French. She was the one who got hunted down by dogs. Who Stanley met her eyes.
Well, the one that got hunted down by dogs was the one I was just talking about.
Oh,
he goes, "You're fired," and she had to run off and got fucking slightly out.
Dufour. And her name is actually Corinne Clery, a French actress, I think, when I looked at it.
No, because I just pointed out the one that got out, and she wasn't called that, but I don't know what the fuck she's called. But anyway, who was the one in GoldenEye, the good girl?
Oh God,
she was sort of blondish, wasn't she? She was fucking stunning.
That one.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Again. Blonde actress, James Bond, GoldenEye.
Oh, okay. There's
Natalia Sapanova, Isabella. Fucking, she ain't bad now, actually.
Never sleep with anything that you can't pronounce the name of.
Well, everybody gets called Jeff to me, mate, so I'm all right.
Was on the top by the Dutch. I think
would have been nice, wouldn't it? That's what she looked like in the film.
Oh,
that's not. I can't be.
I can't remember her
Guys,
name.
You fucking would, wouldn't you? Come on, admit it.
Isabella Scorupec.
No.
She's aged a bit more than
Well,
I.
on the top was brunette. She was the one that was driving the Ferrari where he was hammering the shit out the Aston Martin.
Yeah, she was also in the film Taken as a wife of Liam Neeson.
With Liam Neeson, yeah.
Liam Neeson's a great actor as well.
Yeah,
he is a big actor. Yeah, Famke Janssen. I think she's Dutch or Swedish, but yeah, she's a really, really, really. She's a very pretty girl. And
Jane Seymour was yet again stunner. So the comments, well done, Peachy. Yourself for a lovely lass, fucking with the leg like that.
I mean, I don't know what really happened with the last film of Bond with Daniel Craig, but it does seem very, very lame story. But I don't know how they finished it. But
well, it can't actually offend anybody, so therefore it can't be any good. Having said that now we're pissing off the Russians again. We can now get Russian bad boys, can't we? Mr. Bond, I fucking want to kill you. Oh, that's a new story, isn't it? You know what I mean? Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not too sure how. I was actually in Ukraine. I was when I was back in the late 90s. I was.
Can you remember the Wu-Tang Clan? Insane in the Ukraine, insane in the Brit. No, that's just me making those lyrics up. But yeah,
insane in the brain.
I worked with a project with dolphin therapy, which is helping children with PTSD.
Well, I fucking bet there's a lot more now after the Yanks have gone over there and bombed fuck out of the place.
Well, quite, yeah. But I was in the southern part of Ukraine, so Yapatoria, and it was actually a former naval base called Dukas. And there was actually, you could see the Russians submarine. It's now probably been taken over, but this is late 90s. And actually swimming the dolphins.
Russian submarines coming to a seabed near you soon. So.
Did you know in the 50s
looking for gas pipelines?
They trained dolphins and sea lions to put bombs on submarines. Would you believe that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the Americans.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You own a pipeline, right? It's cost you billions to put the fucker in place, right? And you have on shore the ability to turn the taps off, right?
Yeah. Why would you blow it up if you
bomb
just turn it off?
Especially, right, when a year before Biden said we will bring that pipeline to an end in a speech, hinting that they were going to do such an act.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that, son.
Yeah, but don't forget Biden's only reading out what other people have written for him because he can't comprehend it.
Isn't it wear a badge or something for people with what they call it, dementia? Is it dementia? You know, when they can't remember shit.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm wearing one for my uncle who whatever, and I'm wearing one for my friend. I'm wearing one for fucking Biden.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't feel sorry. I wouldn't feel sorry for him because I think he's made way too much money. And
well, he wasn't fucking kids and sniffing the wrong people and get involved in shit, so they killed his wife. Oops, sorry, I say too much.
Yeah, the others wanted somebody in power they could control, and they picked the right one there.
Well, fucking hard, was it? I mean, I've known blancmange with more fucking opinions than that.
Yeah, I mean,
read off the auto cue. I like chocolate chip.
Yeah,
I think what I think is really quite bad is how the wife, the Dr. Jill Biden, whatever it is, you can see that she's almost coercing him to sort of.
Well, she's his handler, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's basically
he's a puppet, but you can't see the strings.
And do you know, it really pisses me off, right? Because all of these old fucking political muppets, right, have always got some stunning older bird next to her. Now, she's not bad looking for her age, right? You know, if I was that age, I'd be quite pleased to be sat next to that. And she sat next to some bloke who falls upstairs, shits himself, and says, "I'm interested in chocolate chip, and I'm going to sniff some kids." It can't be all fun, mind you. I think she's
basically the way I say it, I think she's like a ventriloquist. That's a better word. And you know, she's
got a long arm, mate. You know what I mean?
Up, and he's all controlling like a puppet. I think that's probably the best way to put it. But
can you imagine trying to control that? That's completely random, that thing, isn't it? I mean, I think it's well past controlling, because if you said, go over there, stand on the X, right, say this bullshit, right, and come back to me. By the time he's got to the X, he's forgotten everything, and he's now talking about how he likes to put golf balls into Lithuania because they smell of Welsh.
But when they tell him to stand on the X, he goes in the opposite fucking direction.
On his head.
Remember, Rev?
Yes, love.
Do you remember when was. This is just how bad he is. When that shooting of is it Nashville?
Well, he made a joke out of it, didn't he?
Or the church,
Yeah.
or the church,
Hang on a
the
minute.
Christian church.
Hang on. I've just been told she looks like Alice Cooper. I could have made a mistake here. 1 second. Jill Biden. Chips are out.
According to Wikipedia,
Shut up.
Jill Tracy Biden is an American
She
educator
does
and
not.
First Lady of the United
Look.
States since 2021 as the second wife of President Joe Biden.
I'm telling you, that bloke couldn't do her any justice, and I reckon she's probably still
I'll tell you
active.
what, if Alice
Not with
Cooper
him, though.
looked like that, I'd turn gay.
Well, you wouldn't fuck that?
Oh, yeah.
Rev.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And she said only if she wasn't looking.
This is just how badly a Biden administration is so out of touch. So if you probably remember, about a couple of weeks ago, with that killing of 3 children and the 3 adults in a Christian church school, I think it was in Tennessee or Nashville. I can't remember which one it is. And it was breaking news. And he came down for, I think it was, his speech. And all he kept talking about was his ice cream. And
Yeah, that was it. Chocolate chip ice cream.
And he said, do you want to come upstairs for my ice cream? And it's like, that is so fucking weird. And
Yeah,
so,
honestly, I'll have a sniff of your hair, and then my fucking security will get rid of you later.
And he said, seriously, I've got lots of ice cream upstairs, and it's like, how bloody creepy,
Do you know when what's his name was the Clinton family were in there? Apparently, the wife was a leser, and the Secret Service used to have to go
Hillary.
out. Yeah, the Secret Service would go out and get young women to do stuff to her. And is this one clean? And they'd say, yes, this one's clean. And I don't know what would happen to her after.
Is that her way of getting back to him because of Monica Lewinsky?
No, I think she was always a thing.
Oh, really?
I'm starting to get the impression that some of these were from the very early days put together as a double act to pretend like man and wife while they did what they did. She's always been evil. She was the one that look into her, how she was involved in Waco. That's an
Waco.
Yeah, Waco. Do you remember when they went in and wiped out everybody in that sort of commune? The religious thing, right? David Koresh and his followers. Anyway, she asked the police chief to do a certain investigation, and then it turned out that he ended up dying, and all his files were nicked, and the office was burnt down, and the footprints led back to her.
It almost sounds like Epstein. Why is it the guy, the judge? Didn't he get shot at outside?
What, twice in the back of the head with the left hand?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like.
Look into Boys on the Track as well. That was in the backyard of the Clintons, Mena, Arkansas, and look at the drugs and the guns that were coming in, going out of the airport that the Bill Clinton managed to stop the police investigating. And there's a film about it with Tom Cruise playing the lead role in it. And they were at the time funding the Contras.
Right.
And Pablo Escobar was somewhere in there as well, laying them on with the drugs. Interesting stuff. I got loads of this shit, by the way, if you're bored.
In English version, that is Jill Dando, who I believe the BBC gunned down because she was
about to lift the lid. Yeah. I mean, you can't believe how powerful that grey-haired, rattle jury was, because he was into the royal family, for fuck's sake. I mean, Sausage Fingers, our king, was his fucking good mate. I tell you what, there's something very wrong with Sausage Fingers. He does not look like he'll live long, that one.
I actually wrote to Jimmy. I'm glad I bloody did. Well, mind you, he wasn't into boys, he was into girls, but I did actually write to Jimmy Savile, and I'm bloody glad I didn't.
He was into the fucking dead as well, wasn't he? He worked in a hospital, like wheeling bodies around, and he'd have a go on them as well.
Necrophiliac, yeah.
Yeah, the urge to crack open a cold one.
Hundreds of them over the time then.
Fucking wrong, isn't it? Fuck that.
Just in terms of back to what the early conversation about, working. I hope that you don't flog yourself, because I mean it's. I
don't have the choice; they do it for me.
A worker drone to the tax man, and I've unfortunately, my business got hit really badly by COVID. I'm basically do a event photography, and of course, I used to do a lot of weddings, but people don't do wedding. People don't get married anymore. It's more divorces. Maybe you and I should go start up a divorce photography business.
Yeah. Tell me how long you've been free for. How you feeling now?
Or-
Yeah.
Investigations into infidelity. I tell you what, mate, there's probably a good racket to be made of that. Almost as big as racket is being as a lawyer, and we both know that's a
Money
big
for old road.
racket. Oh, big time, mate. Big
Yeah, I
time.
believe that when you're talking about solicitors, I believe Active Patriot went to court and his solicitor fitted him up as well. Basically stitched him up. He was going to go not guilty, and I think the solicitor fucked him over. And that happens.
Yeah, told him to plead guilty with circumstances, and they went harder on him for it.
Yep. Should have stuck to his guns.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I'm sure you like yourself, is that I've got a lot of friends who have been divorced, and some have been really, really bad divorces. I mean, almost
after what I've been saying today, mine's pending.
Pending, yeah.
I've got a mate of mine. He's been he's on his third marriage now, and the 2 divorces skinned him about over £1 million.
There is a pattern emerging, though. If you're on your third, there is a pattern emerging. There is something going wrong in either the selection process or the treatment of said victims, wives.
What's the cliche expression? Once bitten, twice shy.
Well, to be married once was unfortunate. To marry twice is unlucky. To be married 3 or 4 times, you're either a fucking sadist or a comedian looking for material.
Yes. Bless his.
I've escaped 3 of them.
Fortunately, he's not too well off, but I mean, again,
he won't be. He's got 3 divorces under his belt. Fuck me, they'd have stripped him out like fucking locusts through a field.
10 in a decade. Within a decade, he's had 2 divorces. So
can you relay on some information from the Reverend here to him? Try just dating them and living with them.
Yes. I think actually he was getting bored of it, which he never. I can't say names, obviously, for
legal reasons. Yes.
His first wife was actually a nice lady, and she was French, and he was a long-time girlfriend, and he never, ever should have got divorced or parted ways with the first one. But anyway, it is what it is.
My first missus, my daughter's mother, I was out with her yesterday. We're good mates. But I just couldn't live with her because we're very, very different. But she's a really good egg, and I'm mates with her. And we go out for a meal occasionally, and we just talk shit and listen to the 80s and just have the crack. And she's as mad as a piece of cheese, and so am I. So we get on, and we take it in turns to do the daughter's head in, which is quite funny. I think, daughter, if you're watching this, I didn't say any of that. I didn't mean it.
For the sake of your daughter, but also that's also a nice thing. That's very rare, though. Simon, that
it takes effort from both sides and reasonableness. My daughter's mother made sure that even when we really weren't getting on, that she gave me full access to my daughter, and at the time, because I was a fucking mess, advice. This is what you need to do. This is what she requires. Try to do your best. And she was a great. She's been and she's stood by me ever since. Right? She's had her relationships and stuff like that. If she ever needed anything, all she'd have to do is lift the phone. And I believe that I could do the same with her. Well, that is rare, right?
That is very.
The second partner after that got in touch after she got married again. Well, she got married after. That didn't work. And she got in touch with me. She may even be watching this now. Hello. But she got in touch and we're friends. So I can't be that bad. But
the first time
I must be a total head fuck.
With my first marriage, the father-in-law promised me an acre of land and a cow after 5 years of waiting for the fucking land. I divorced her.
Others will catch on.
I had to go that way because the solicitor said just because it don't fit or she won't kiss it, won't wade in court.
Yeah, apparently £40 of pressure will make it work.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, caller, let's see if we can get somebody else in and fuck their heads up as well.
It was lovely to speak to you, and I think as I'm a little just down the road, it'd be nice to meet up for a cuppa. And
did you say tea?
Try to make
tea's
sense
violent.
Of this world.
The British Army went to war on tea. Just saying.
For this world, which you and I both, and your other mate, sometimes you do shake anything. how on earth we got to where we are.
You better get used to his face because he's on the next panel. The unlucky.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
You have a good day, Rev,
And you?
and hopefully, and thank you, and I hope we do, because I think we, obviously the same wavelength, and it'd be nice to have a cup of tea or coffee and answer another chat.
All right,
And,
mate. At some point when I actually get a day free, we'll try and do something. All right.
Yeah, mate. Take care.
Right.
All
And you.
Take care, caller. William, was it his name? Take care, William.
Yeah. William. Barely holding it together. So, comments are doing well. The call-ins. He's an interesting chap. He's been around fucking everywhere, hasn't he?
I haven't come across him before, to be honest.
Well, hopefully not.
Well, I actually only lived up the road from you a few years back, so I was in Shirehampton.
Oh, fuck me up and down, son. I've pulled a truck through there a few times and not stopped. Mind you, they've got a good
And the
chippy
best
up there,
bit
haven't
was
they?
I lived there for 5 years, and the ex-wife lived in the same village.
That big
I
open
didn't
square where
even
they've got a chippy. The chippy looked good. Is it any good?
Yes, it was. The pubs were shit.
Looked good. But I couldn't find anywhere to park the bloody truck, so it was like, oh, fuck it. Hey, Peachy, call in. Tell us more.
What's he said?
Peachy's just lovely. So.
Disabled. Yeah.
On
There's
my
a lot
phone-
been going around about these apps and that. There is stuff on the government website, but it does say that if you're running on 2 and 3G, you won't get them.
Right, okay. Alan's saying, what's the other app? I'm waiting for Rev to fall asleep. Mate, it's not far. But mate, did I actually manage to get my head back, or was I just like that? Actually, I think Dave and Donna took a picture of my fucking sorry state and then cartooned it up. Hang on, I'll have a look. Rotten bastards, if you're watching this. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I missed it last night. I was in bed early.
Hello.
Oh, the filth is here.
I'll
Oh, my day is made. How are you,
give you
dear?
a quick ring.
Yeah.
I'm good, but I am husky.
Oh, that's
I don't
even
know if
better,
you
isn't
know.
it?
Is that the fluffy
Well, I don't
four-legged
know,
kind, or
like-
just the voice kind?
No, it's just the first voice. Oof.
Oh,
Suit
that's
you,
all
sir.
right.
I know, those terrible. Yeah, bit of a cold.
I'm
So
talking
that's
to
why
a,
I don't
a
sound-
female on a dating app who's a mathematician teacher.
Oh, it's not me.
No, it's not. No. Yeah, you go for a more classier type. Fucking little. Do you know what? Right, I've said it
good.
before and I'll say it again. I met Peachy. She went, "Hello, Rev." I went, "Look, it's my two." She went, "Fuck off, Rev." And just went straight to my two. See, I was like,
Well, I
"You
didn't
left me
tell
for
you
a
to F
dwarf."
off, but well, I was very excited.
I know this. Yeah, I know he's more famous than me. Off you go. And she was like, "Yeah." Well. So
What I didn't realise was James Dellingpole was standing next to him as well, and I ignored him as well.
I don't know who he is.
Oh.
I don't know. Somebody's got Little Rev on
We
the
did
rise.
have a good chat though.
Yeah. But yes, we will have to one day meet up, all of us, a big group, right, and have a little drinky poos
Yeah.
and have the laugh. So anyway, Ham,
Definitely.
don't tell us obviously where you work and stuff like that, but how is the job? Is it all right?
Well, not doing much at the moment, so I'm just doing a bit of private tuition. So
Oh yes.
yeah,
Mm.
just bits and bobs at the moment. So, but I've got things in the pipeline. But I'm not going back to school.
Right. Are you primed
Too
for this
much.
alarm later on?
Well, as Pap was saying last night, I've turned off my emergency alerts,
Mm-hmm.
but then I discovered there's another app on there that you can't disable.
What's it called?
And it says if you try and disable it, I did put a screenshot in Discord, and it says if you try and force stop it, it says it may misbehave, which is a very odd message.
When
isn't
did
it?
you put that in, Sweets? Because I'll
I
go
put
through
it
and have
in
a look.
last night.
Right.
Yeah, so I'd already turned the alerts off. But yeah, that's what it said.
Right,
There are
okay.
some
Really
scam apps being put around out there that are just designed to collect data off your phone if you download them.
Emergency alerts, force stop. If you force stop an app, it may misbehave. Right.
Misbehave.
Let's have a look because I'm up for some misbehavior. How do I get to that? Do you know how to get to that? Because I honestly can't remember how that would work.
Well, I went through apps and notifications, and there's all the normal apps of your clock and your alarm and everything, and I just found it on there. But I'd never noticed it before, so whether it's a new thing.
Yeah, I just need to find out what the app's called. App info, emergency alerts. Let's just have a gander.
My phones are that old, they won't accept any apps, and that one doesn't even get put on Wi-Fi. So. That one does.
It's very odd, isn't it?
Oh, if there's any confusion over my name, Rev, I've actually managed to sign into this today on my other channel, Roger Sutton. That isn't my real name at the moment. It's Roger Whittington.
Okay, yeah, I sort of halfway right. Okay, emergency alerts. Mine's all seems to be turned off. Does that look right to you lot?
I haven't got
Mine
any
are
of
all
them on
turned
mine.
off in the usual manner, but then I did find another app that I didn't know about. So whether that's spam or something, I don't know.
I want to try and find that app, but all right, we'll probably get somebody that might be able to help us on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, one phone's
It's odd,
completely
isn't it?
normal, so I'll get the app off, or I'll get notified, I should say, because that's the call-in, and it's a throwaway chip, so it doesn't mean anything to me. However, the other one I've switched it off, and we'll see what happens. But
well, I'm open at 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock.
I'm open at 3 o'clock because it's Heather's birthday today. There's going to be hopefully some of the family here. Now we've all got different types of phones. I've got Android. Some of them have got iPhones. Some have got new ones. Mine are old ones. So if they're here, I'm going to line them all up and film them to see which one the alerts come through. Some have been
Oh, that's a
turned
good
off.
idea. Yeah.
it just said there, breaking news. Apparently, Diane Abbott has lost the whip. Fuck you know.
Yeah, I saw that.
Who would have give her the chief whip job anyway? That's just well. Yeah,
they're trolling us half the time.
Yeah, they are. They're just mocking us. Look, we've put the most incompetent person into this position to show you that the world or the country still runs along, and that person actually has little to do with the running of the country. It's all the civil service, which we didn't know, but we know. Alan, dominatrix.
If they didn't make any difference, they wouldn't let us have it.
Exactly that. Well, I say that, but then we voted for Brexit, and they weren't expecting that. But after that, they were like disgusted with us that we actually had the barefaced cheek and effrontery. Yeah. I mean, mind you saying that, Mr. Paid Opposition, his face dropped when he realized they actually were going to leave.
Yeah.
Then the next day, he jacked. So, and everybody goes, "Oh, he's a really good bloke." No, he's not. I see now that what's her name has rejoined UKIP. What's her name? She
There's
had
a lot of them
Britain. She was
for Anne-Marie Waters.
Yeah, for Britain, wasn't she? Yeah. So
I don't know. Is it for Britain or Britain First? I don't
Britain
know.
First
I get
is
them all
the
confused.
more active movement, if you know what I mean. But she was for Britain. But yeah.
But the ones that are gaining the most are reform.
Right, Reverend Summer Science,
Yeah,
the emergency alert is a test run because Putin has threatened a nuclear missile strike on the UK. It'll never happen.
No.
I believe that both sides play their part and terrify the people of their country, and in so doing, make huge sums of money out of preparing for a war that we won't have. If you look how much we spent on the Cold War and our defense, and how much America spent, and it did bankrupt the Americans, and it certainly bankrupt the Russians. So,
and it terrified the globe as well.
Yeah. There's enough nuclear weapons out there at the moment that they could destroy the world 3-4 times over. On one nuclear submarine that we send out, a Trident nuclear submarine, there's numerous warheads per missile, or they call them MIRVs, isn't it? Multiple re-entry vehicle or entry vehicle, whatever it is. So there's sort of like 25 missiles with numerous warheads, each have numerous times more power than Hiroshima. So yeah, just one submarine could cause incalculable damage.
And if anybody thinks the Russians and the Americans did away with their nukes during that treaty when they said they would, they're very much mistaken.
Well, they got rid of the obsolete ones.
Yes.
You know, because if you have a look at you're all right to stay on the phone, you Peach?
I am. My voice is going a little bit, so I might let someone else ring in.
All right, lovely. Well, it was
That's all
absolutely
right.
filth to
I'll
hear
go
from
and
you.
get a lem sip.
Yeah, I might see you
All
later on in
right.
Discord tweets.
Yeah, I'll come in later on.
All right, lovely.
Ciao
I
for now.
hope it's better for tonight if you want to jump on Pat's live.
Oh, fuck it. I'll be dead by then, mate. Absolutely fucking destroyed. I was thinking to myself, I wonder if I could book tomorrow off just in case, but I need the money. But yeah, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, they did a trade-off, and he said, "Well, we'll take the weapons out of Turkey," but they were useless. Fridge and microwave. Hello, fridge and microwave. You know Roger anyway, don't you?
Hello, mate.
How is it?
You all right?
Slightly better than
Yeah, he
you.
knows me from Pat channel.
Oh, yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
I'd say living the dream, but it's more of a dream than
More of a nightmare.
You've woken up now. You've woken up now, have you?
not entirely.
Oh, good. I did see you in your the other one you had when you were in bed.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
he's got a body then.
I have, but you wouldn't want it. At the
No,
moment,
not mine.
At the moment, it's covered head to foot in bloody eczema because stress. I think it's stress.
So
I don't think
saying about this
Go on.
this emergency thing. It's like everything else they do. I've had time to do this, do that, and I don't do anything. It's like the government on, will Russia use nuclear weapons? No, she'll never use them.
No, they won't because
Never.
there are some serious war hawks on both sides, but none of them.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they're really. Yeah.
They all know that if they came out of their bunker, there'd be nothing to come back to. So
Yeah,
what
it's
would
going to be
the point?
mutually assured destruction, no matter which one launches first.
And if you remember, the bloke that came out with that was Kissinger, wasn't it? Henry Kissinger.
Yeah.
And the bloke that pushed for it was the Jewish guy. Fuck, what's his name? He was
Well,
he was the aide to quite a few presidents, wasn't he?
Not apart from London, there's Cavendish Hatch over at Essex, where Thatcher would have gone. There's where's the other one? Chippenham in Wiltshire.
There's a
up
fucking
there.
city underground there, right?
I used to go to when I was in the army. There, I used to go to school. I used to go. Went to school there for education in the army. When I was a dog handler, we used to do that place. It's huge.
Sorry, I was thinking Kissinger and McNamara, by the way.
Oh yeah. They had one at Lisbon. They had an overall observer shelter at Lisbon at 39 Brigade.
Mm.
And that's when that's after the IRA blew that apart. Just no one wins really, you know.
Well, it was like me when I lived in Oxfordshire. Literally within 15 miles of where I lived, you had RAF Bryce Norton, you had Culham Research Station, you had the other nuclear one just up the road.
Bryce Norton was
several other
flat out,
military
wasn't it?
bases. We were surrounded by the bloody things.
Bryce Norton is like one in, one out, wasn't it? All day and all night during the Cold War.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Pat, your mate was saying that Bicester. Yeah,
Bicester.
Upper Haven.
Bicester. Well, actually, you know the army camp in Bicester.
Bicester.
Yeah. Well, my sister, before she retired as a captain, she used to run that camp.
Have you seen that one off the M4, which just says works? And that's the entrance to a camp, isn't it? And that's where they run all the nuclear stuff in, don't they?
Yeah, you're as he said about Bicester, there's two parts of it. There's one at 16 back and one at 17 back.
Do you remember Greenham Common?
Oh, bloody hell, yeah. Remember
that
Greenham Common,
some fucking nightmares there, didn't it? Women.
That was a shithole. We used to do that. We got thrown everything. Everything you could think of.
There
which
were
I'm not going to mention.
Seriously intense women.
Oh, that was a serious. Yeah.
It's all right. They were going, ban the bomb. Yeah, great. If we could ban the bomb and everybody would ban it, it would be fine. But I don't want to leave us pissing in the wind when everybody else has a weapon.
I mean, people say, oh, we got to do this. You got the people complaining about the environment and stop fuel protest. Well, they've got nuclear weapons, so you ain't going to stop them. You just go, well, there goes the environment. Then there'll be nothing left. So they won't have to protest.
Yeah, can you imagine Greta Thunberg? How dare you?
Yeah.
Oh,
rubber NBC suit.
Yeah.
Can't really see that happening.
Afternoon, Al. Hello.
Hello.
I think she's just made money on other people's misery. Really,
Who did?
Greta Thunberg.
Well, Greta Thunberg's been handled. She's not the full shilling that
She
one.
just, she's like another. It's like these other people. People. I know it's St George's Day today. People want to do their marathon. Yeah, let them get it, but don't spoil. They protest because they want to spoil it for other people, and it's not fair. You've got people that are running for charities and good causes, and
Nah, she's just here for now, but she'll be dropped when the time comes. She's just a useful
yeah,
idiot.
it's like these, the RAF Scampton and all that. The police were there, and you don't blame them complaining about the things they got there, but why don't they just get on with it? So everything the government do, we don't know. Well, what do you know? You go for a job, I don't know. We don't know, and you might not have this. And I mean, I went to doctors, I got my eyes done, and this woman asked me, "Have I got? Am I British?" I couldn't believe it. I said, "Yeah, it's got a V on my Rex." Doctor went absolutely mental. He went, "Garrity."
When you go in there and they went, you're looking for male or female, and you have to put cis male. Oh, fuck off, mate.
I know. It's
I put down trolley jack. Fuck 'em. Anyway, my old mate, I'm going to get on to the next call. You take it steady,
okay,
all right?
mate. I'll see you later, Si.
All right, see you in a bit.
See you, buddy. Is that Alan there in the chat here as well?
He's lurking. Look at him. Yeah.
Afternoon,
Al? Alan? Oh, he's fucking nightmare. He's fucked away from the computer. You know when you come on a stream, you're meant to talk, you fucking idiot. Oh, Jesus Christ.
My youngest was trying to feed the rabbits and I had to sort something out. So.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I actually have to say thank you. I think it's to Dafter. I don't have his number. A number got hold of me last night trying to wake me up when I was asleep, and I think that was Dafter. So it was thank you, by the way. Yeah, credit where it's due. Yeah, there were others who were just screenshotting me fucking knackered. Dave, Connor, same. But yeah, how did your night go anyway?
Yeah, it was all right actually.
Repel anyone?
No, they're all on our side anyway. Well, the ones I was with, I'm sure the rest of the fucking degenerate idiots there weren't, but the ones I was with were all right. Although
Excellent.
they were a bit alien bit alien sort of thing and tree hugging type, talking to the trees and shit. But yeah,
they're a breed, aren't they? Bless them.
Yeah, I call them the blue-haired herbivores.
Fucking sketchy bunch of fucks, aren't they?
Anyway, yeah.
So
I got plant-based meat. They eat grass and turn it into meat. That's fine by me.
Oh yeah, no, there weren't none of that. There weren't none of that going on. It was just a case of they talked to the tree to help it find the cat apparently because it had eyes and ears. Apparently, that's weird. Like, no, I'm turning off now.
Oh, but enough. Anyway, at some point I'm gonna have to wrap this up because George.
See you then. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Yeah, I know that wasn't as quick as last night. That was quick, by the way. I realized if I didn't get off that stream, I was going down again. Right? I thought, fucking hell. John, I think, went to make a cup of tea or whatever, came back, no stream left. Right. And I was like, oh, just turn everything off, go. And that's when I cooked the curry badly and didn't eat it. So
well, I got in and turned the stream on, went for a pee, and it'd gone.
Yeah, I was fucking destroyed. And I didn't realize how much I had drank. And I'm glad that was hidden. These 4 cans here were hidden behind another door. Otherwise, I'd have got into them as well. Monster.
Campervan CIS Criminal Investigation Service.
Co-op insurance. Yeah. You're looking better, Rev. Thank you, Sweet Pea. I'd like to say that I am better, but I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, fucking hell, last night. I looked at it. I just went straight to the end, looked at myself, and I went, you fucking mess. Delete. Could have been a good stream. Apparently people liked it, but I couldn't tell you.
Oh, no, that's the CIA.
Oh, God. Central Intelligence Service. CIS. Anyway, so there it is. You got any stories out?
No, yeah, well, I've been out gallivanting.
Lurking around.
Lurking.
It does look like a nice day out there. You won't go out there. Oh no, it's fucked over there, and it's only nice out that window.
Overcast here.
Woman on a mission. Yes. She's funny. She is. Woman on mission. She took pictures. There is a link in Discord, Woman on Mission, if you want to jump in, but I'm not going to be here much longer because I've got to go for a pint. Otherwise, Jude will kill me. Honest. And she's probably watching this going, yeah, no, kill me. So, yeah. Hang on a second. That could be Woman on a Mission. Hello.
Oh, me again.
Oh, did you get your money?
No, I didn't.
Did you get your trainers?
Sidetracked by you. And then coming
fucking blame me, mate. Did you get your trainers?
Trying to pack. No, I didn't get that. I'm going to go out.
Fucking useless. You got sent out to do two things. You're like that sheepdog humping a sheep, aren't you? One fucking job.
Well, all it is I have a friend that you
have a friend.
My niece's boyfriend is ex-military, and about 2 weeks ago he got called back in.
So Dave's brother's cousin, which is also a codependent on the Amster, which we bought from the car boot, which was run by a friend. Is that where we're going with this? Because it's like really around the houses. Anyway,
my niece's ex-boyfriend has been called up because I think he's about 34 and has been in barracks in North Yorkshire since. And they've been told to, they've been in like square bashing, and they're going to get sent out somewhere really soon.
I fucking knew the Fuhrer was watching. Drinks may be getting warm. All right, sir. I'll fucking wrap it up. Jesus Christ. I might come back later and do one. If I don't get too trolleyed, that would be a reason to come back.
Started. I mean, come on.
Oh, don't start lecturing now. I mean, how many times did you come in so pissed on my streams that you couldn't even be recognised?
Yeah, but I don't have Banshee with me anymore.
You'll have her back.
No. Believe me, she has gone off the rails, and
fibbage.
I won't mind. I said to her a couple of weeks ago, I said, if you do not chill out, you're going to end up in prison. And 2 nights ago, well, no, probably about 3 nights ago, I heard a report of there being an accident in the neighbouring village, and some female in a Vauxhall van about
well, don't dox her too hard, sir.
And fallen out the door, and people had like crowded round her to stop her from leaving the scene, and it just turned out to be the Banshee.
Did it? Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, and I warned her. I had a double warned her that if she didn't chill out, that would happen. And there she go. There you go. So no, never ever. And I've tried, and her mate's tried, and all she's done is send us really vicious, horrible text messages because we actually give a fuck.
Yeah, you did mention that, and that is also the case that when they don't want to change, they'll just lash out at anybody that's pointing out the obvious. Now, on a slightly different note, right, to the viewers, do you want me to come back later? I may well be slightly adjusted, right, and do another stream. What if you
do another one later?
No, you're my conscience, aren't you? Do it. Anyway, right?
do one at 3 o'clock. Do one at 2:30.
Fuck off! I want a pint. No, fuck that shit. But I'm thinking about doing one the Sabo, right? So put a 1 in the comments if you want me to. Put 2 if you think I should just give up.
And where's my link?
I see. 1. Go for it. Rev 1. I see.
Okay. It's in Discord, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. But
yeah, it's me.
Right. Her Majesty's Council Gritter 2. Many 2s. 69. Lost saucepan. Fucking nightmare. Hey for that one, lovely.
Yeah, go on. Have a lovely one, and we'll speak later.
I was going to say, being as she's in a relationship, I know that wasn't an offer, so I'm just trying to work out what the 69 was about. So yeah, where we are.
Well, wouldn't it be a good idea to go live just before 3 o'clock to see how many of these phones go off?
Well, it may do, but I may actually be embraced, well, sort of in a modern relationship with a pint.
Still trying to find your phone, yeah.
Yeah. Lost souls. I'm a menace. Yes.
Oh, she is. She was here for the afternoon yesterday.
Oh, right. Fuck me up and down.
Lost souls, be 39.5 and owe you one.
I should actually make her probably a mod, because that would annoy.
Oh yeah.
And she's a damn good one as well.
Yeah, I can't do that on here because I'm going through what do they call it? StreamYard. But if I was actually on the thing, the doofer, I'd probably be able to do it. But there are others that probably could. Just saying.
Definitely Alan. Let Alan do it.
Alan, Rev. Quite. Yes. Yeah, do it. Look, Mrs. W stirring it right up. Beautiful. W work.
Well, if Lost Souls was a mod, none of us need to be on there modding.
Yeah, I could just fuck off and go for a pint, leave it to it. That'd be great. Cheers.
Leave Holly in charge.
Yeah, edit. Your subscriber went from 62,000 to 50 but whatever. She got rid of the rough. All right. Anyway, yeah, fuck it. Right, I'm gonna wind this up then. Go for a pint. Come back later, slightly destroyed, and do another one.
Say hi to Dude from the missus.
I will say hello to the Fuhrer on your behalf and the wife, and I'm sure Roger will be back later on. So that's a winner. Cheers, Roger.
Yeah, I'm about all day, mate.
Excrement. Right. Okay. Right. I'm gonna end this because I need to go to the pub and eat. I haven't eaten yet, so I will see you all later and say thank you very much. Not you lot. Don't go anywhere.